By me speaking my truth now, I am showing you that you are not alone. What you're going through, I'm going through, and vice versa, because we're all at this frequency. There's so much stuff that we hold individually in our subconscious and in our energy that needs to be transmuted, but there's so much that is held collectively. And we came here to do this work together. We came here to transmute our own stuff, but also to come together to transmute the collectively held stuff and break free from 3D so that we can shine our divine light bright and bring in the 5D codes that are going to create the new 5D matrix. Welcome back to this episode of Activate Your Divine Power, where today I'm going to be talking about the divine importance of speaking your truth. Not from the lens of why you need to speak your truth to fulfill your purpose. Well, this is kind of about fulfilling your purpose as well, but all the benefits that you get from speaking your truth. This is more about the benefits that others around you get from you speaking your truth, because through my own wounds and healings, me speaking my truth is huge for me. It's really huge. I have Chiron in Taurus in the third house, which is Gemini, the house of communication and self-expression. And my North Node, which is something that I'm here to master in this lifetime, is Leo in the seventh house. So Leo is very much the heart-led leader that's like big and bold and like, woohoo, look at me, in their divine creativity and shining light and bright. Now, this is not something that has come easily to me, let me tell you. So Chiron in the third house, I struggled with friends throughout all of up until about 25. I really, really struggled with people. I was bullied. They either felt intimidated by me. Manifestor energy is quite big. And when I was young, I wanted to express myself. I was always the one at the front. We laugh in my family because I was always, when you do the dance parties when you're 8 and you spend hours choreographing it with your sister, and then you get your family around and you put on this dance party, and I'm always pushing my sisters to the back because I'm I'm in the front, I'm here to shine, get out my way type vibe, which I've had to do quite a lot of healing around because that's not the kind of leadership I'm here for in this lifetime. But where was I going with this? So yeah, from a young age, I really wanted to express myself. I really wanted to be seen and be bold. And then as soon as I got to school around 8, 9, 10, and then secondary school, where in the UK you go at 11, and I went to an all-girls school. And yeah, my light just got so freaking dimmed because I just wasn't accepted by anyone, really, not fully accepted. So I've really struggled with that up until my mid-20s. And then, I found friends who really kind of got me, and that was amazing. But that is very different to showing up and being vulnerable and speaking publicly. That is completely different. And I'm turning 44 this year. So it's taken me 20 years with a lot of healing to get to the point where I can express myself publicly and share from my heart. And obviously on top of that, you've got a spiritual awakening that happened 4 years ago. So, you're not just expressing any old 3D stuff. You're expressing pretty out there, radical 5D perspectives, world-changing, empowering stuff that a lot of people don't get yet. So I get it. All of that is to say, I get it. And it's not easy. But the point I'm making is your soul tribe, which is why it's so important that you express your truth, are literally going through the same. So obviously, we are all connected. All that is, every human being, everywhere is connected. But your soul tribe particularly, they are on your frequency. And whilst stuff on the surface might be happening differently for them, in their life and in their business, the circumstances may be different. But actually, what's at the root of that are the same core wounds. We're experiencing the same core wounds. I've already spoken about my fear of loss. So wouldn't surprise me if you've had that or you're still moving through that. I don't think we ever, completely heal it, but that's because we're here to continuously evolve. And that's what these wounds are here to help us do. So that's why I'm so passionate about tuning in and identifying, which is what my work is around, identifying the collectively held subconscious limiting beliefs, feelings, programs, and misunderstandings that basically created this 3D matrix. Because this 3D matrix has been being created, we've all agreed to this matrix, and it's been created over thousands and thousands of years and many incarnations. And it's like, so much of it is just, it isn't serving us anymore. It's not what we came here to evolve into in this lifetime. But if you resonate with me, then it's because we're here to transmute guilt, G-U-I-L-T, to gold, G-I-L-T, guilt meaning gold. So we're here to transmute guilt and shame and fear into gold, to be the most guilty gold badass light leader shining bright in our lights. Because when we do that, we show others that they are not alone. What you're going through, I'm going through, and vice versa, because we're all at this frequency, and there's so much stuff that we hold individually in our subconscious and in our energy that needs to be transmuted, but there's so much that is held collectively. And we came here to do this work together. We came here to transmute our own stuff, but also to come together to transmute the collectively held stuff and break free from 3D, so that we can shine our divine light bright and bring in the 5D codes that are going to create the new 5D matrix. And that is what I'm so passionate about and what my work is about. So ultimately, this work can feel lonely. I think the majority of people, if you ask them to listen to this podcast, they'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? But you get it because you're at my frequency. So you get it. And ultimately, the ego is always wanting us to feel alone and to feel like we're misunderstood and to feel disconnected. And it does it because it wants to keep us safe. And we love it for that. We're not trying to kill it. I know there's a whole kind of stream of let's kill the ego. I don't agree with that. It's about training the ego to work for us. So the ego holds the gold of what it is we need to transmute if we know how to listen to it. So that's incredible in itself. You don't want to get rid of that. You want to listen to it and go, thanks, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not going to get caught in your story. I'm going to go and transmute that. So that's what we're here for. But, this work can feel lonely and you can feel isolated when you have a spiritual awakening. The healing journey, it's intense, especially if you're the first one in your kind of, group that's woken up. So I just want you to know that by me speaking my truth now, I am showing you that you are not alone. I am here to show you that you have permission and that it's safe and it's possible for you to evolve and for you to fully own your divine power. And when you speak your truth, those who are here to connect with you and to hear that, they feel less alone. And it just really creates this deep bridge of resonance between you. And as well as that, you are literally helping them unlock what it is that they need to work on. By me sharing my experience with you, I'm showing you that it's safe, and I'm showing you that you're able, that you know how, and you can trust yourself to rise above egoic fear and continue on your path of spiritual evolution, because if I'm doing it, you can too. But as well as that, when I'm sharing and showing up and sharing my wisdom and, all the things I've been through, just my experiences, you are going to receive something from that. You are going to get a download. You're going to go, that connects the dots. That's something that I've just been reading recently. Oh my God, that's the most divinely timed message. And I think that is the beautiful thing that I just want to remind you, is that you never know how your words are going to land with somebody. You are never going to know. You're going to say something. I get so many people say to me, oh, when you said that, something clicked and it changed the trajectory of my life. And I was like, I don't even remember what I said. And for me, if I was to analyze the paragraph of what it was that I said, the bit that they were activated by was probably the bit that I thought was throwaway and that was nothing. So this is the thing, you never know what you're going to activate in someone else when you speak your truth. And if you're speaking from your heart and your soul, they are divinely orchestrated to pick that up in that perfect divine moment. So this is the divine importance of speaking your truth. And to wrap up, just remember that whilst it can feel lonely, when you do start speaking your truth, you're going to be surprised that people are going to come out of the woodwork and be like, oh my God, the same. Thank you so much. What you just said hugely, hugely helped something that I'm going through. So it's so important. And I'm just also so grateful that I can sit here and share this with you. And I'm just going to pat myself on the back, quite frankly, because it's been a long journey for me coming to be able to sit here and express this. So yeah, boldly, because that's the other thing. You might want to express yourself, but it takes time to actually get the words and understand, what it is you're trying to communicate. So that is also a reminder to celebrate yourself on this journey. Just whenever you feel like you aren't making progress, one of my little tips and tricks is that I go into my journal and I look back a week ago or a month ago, 6 months, a year, whatever, and I see how far I've come. And whilst you might not be, spraying yourself all over the internet right now, I can assure you that you have made so much progress around speaking your truth, even in the last week. But, go back month, 6 months, a year, you've made so much progress and it is coming in divine time. I think that is my final thing I want to share, is that everything happens in divine time. There you go, throat chakra clearing. Everything happens in divine time. And I have had to sit on the sidelines and for 4 years watch all these incredible light leaders come out speaking their truth. And I've wanted that for myself. But I knew this podcast, it wasn't the divine time to start it. I knew. And claircognizance is my dominant, with clairvoyance closely after that. And I knew it wasn't the divine time. But it's the divine time now. And I just want to remind you that if you are comparing yourself to anyone on the internet, myself included, just know that there is a divine time for you. Everything is unfolding in divine time. And you just have to put one foot in front of the other. Know that we're in this together. We have been training for this for lifetimes. Your voice, what you came here to express, is going to come online at the perfect moment for all those who need to see, feel, hear, and know it. And together we're going to heal and rise. So leave the comparison at the door. Trust your own process, your own divine time, your own soul, your own gifts, your own voice. Do what you need to behind the scenes with grace, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly. And my love, with that, I'm going to wrap this episode up. So just to say, thank you so, so much for being here and being on this journey with me as we navigate the highs and lows together. And I'm just so grateful and blessed, honestly, so grateful and blessed. I love you so much. We've got this, and together we heal and rise.